Hey guys, have you ever been watching the movie Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters with Hawkeye aka Jeremy Renner and thought to yourself, this is pretty bad, I just wish it was a little badder? Then I have got the perfect show for you. The Little Witch is a story about magic, love, and a female character plunged into a brand new world where she has to be taught how everything works by a man. What a fun trope that never gets old. If you aren't familiar with Real Short, it's a streaming app that specializes in short form shows such as Fated to My Forbidden Alpha, where the male love interest is an alpha werewolf professor stepbrother. Please keep up please. I haven't browsed their shows recently because after watching one of them I need about 2 months to recover, so please keep that in mind before you start tagging me in the clips they post on TikTok. Start the countdown, here's the countdown. If you tag me in one of their clips before this countdown runs out, I will be Real Short with you. They've really cracked down on screen recording since last time because now it doesn't even let you start to record, it just immediately gives you this warning. So I'm probably gonna go to jail for this, guys. What are you in for? Stabbed a guy a bunch of times. What about you? I tried to take a screenshot of a show I paid $40 to watch. I want you dead. Yeah, I hope you die. Yeah, me too. We meet our main character Freya, who I guess is being held captive by this witch coven because they treat her very poorly and make her do all the chores. In the first scene, these two witches immediately start bullying her.
How dare you raise your voice at me?
Get off me!
Perhaps next time, I should burn your entire face.
And then the high priestess shows up and she's pretty upset that they're being mean and hurting Freya, so she tells them to go prepare the ritual where they'll be being mean and hurting Freya. Freya runs away from the ritual and we spot a stealthy, rugged witch hunter spying on her from the woods. And obviously he's there to kill some witches. It's literally his job description to kill witches. And it won't be easy either because he's got to get into the coven and there's going to be a lot of magical barriers. It's not like he's going to be able to walk right in. Oh, well it must be because he's so sneaky. I mean, he's quiet as a mouse. Freya tries to alert the coven that there's a witch hunter there, which doesn't make any sense because she's literally their prisoner. Help me! There's an exterminator here! There is a rat eating your toe. Guys, we should really do something about this exterminator. For some reason, the witch hunter, whose name is Ethan, has to sniff Freya to discern whether or not she's a witch.
What are you doing? Stop it.
And I just think after centuries of witch hunting, maybe they should have a more concrete detection system than this. Hey, it smells like Upwitch in here. What's Upwitch? Nothing much, how about you? Hey, that reminds me that I should tell you what's up with today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Bombas. I like to think I'm a pretty easygoing person until it comes to things that touch my feet. My socks have to feel a very particular way. There can't be any toe seams stabbing into me, and the texture of the material has to be the perfect amount of soft and comfy. And because they meet all those requirements, Bombas is allowed to touch my feet. Them and James McAvoy. Open invite, okay, James? Bombas has comfy socks that come in a bunch of different colors and styles, like running socks, ankle socks, calf socks. They also have comfy underwear and bralettes and these house slippers that are so comfortable and soft that it's like the same feeling as someone handing you a cup of hot cocoa. For me, you shouldn't have James McAvoy. But an even better feeling is knowing that for every pair of Bombas socks you buy, a pair is donated to someone experiencing homelessness. Bombas makes the top 3 requested clothing items in homeless shelters and has donated over 100 million of those items across all 50 states. So your Bombas purchase can put good things onto your feet and good things into the universe. If you click the link in the description or go to bombas.com/chadchad and use my code CHADCHAD20, you'll get 20% off your first purchase. Thank you to Bombas for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Ethan mentions he can help her escape, and she realizes he's probably right, and she probably should get away from the people physically abusing her on a daily basis. You know, you're pretty smart. Stranger wearing the squeakiest armor ever made. They escape the castle but run into the high priestess, so to get away, Ethan pretends to threaten Freya's life because the high priestess needs Freya for a very important ritual with a very important goal that we don't know about yet, so don't even ask. So he drags Freya off screen. For a really long time. This is the point where I got very confused because everything we've seen so far tells us that this show takes place in a medieval era. Freya lives in a castle, Ethan has a sword, Freya wears potato sacks tied with rope, but as they reach the end of the woods, Ethan reveals his getaway steed.
We're here.
What is that?
A car?
A 2021 Porsche Macan. Apparently the Coven is in some kind of alternate dimension in the past and Ethan is from modern day, and all it takes to travel to this other time period is take a walk through the woods. The only conclusion we can draw from this is that Ethan is a really bad witch hunter. How has he not killed the entire Coven by now? And why is he using a sword instead of a rocket launcher? Not that I would condone that, it just seems more efficient, murder-wise. Ethan brings Freya to his home, which is a massive mansion, and he tries to recreate that meme about giving a Victorian child a sip of Baja Blast. Just a quick heads up, they do make references to alcohol in this show for literally no reason. There's no reason for it, but if that's something that you don't want to see, steer clear of this. You should go away now. I mean, I don't want you to go away, but if you don't want to see that, then you should go away of your own accord.
Juice, tea, coffee, soda.
I don't know what any of those things are.
I think you like soda.
He decides to give her Sprite as her first modern drinking experience and nearly kills her, but he realizes his mistake and gives her a glass of vodka instead. But don't worry, he tells her to drink it slowly.
This one can make you stumble around like clumsy zombie though, so just drink it slowly.
Freya finds a strange bottle on Ethan's dining table and he explains it's for witch hunting.
Oh, what's this?
Silverbait. It's lethal to lower witches. Burns their skin, breaks their magical defense, but it's harmless to humans or super witches.
Guys, I wonder if she might be a super witch. Guys, what if she's not really a human and she's actually secretly the most powerful witch of them all? Nah, that would never happen. You're insane. You're fucking crazy. I also love that Silverbane is harmless to humans, but also powerful witches. If a weapon you use exclusively to hunt witches doesn't work on some witches, that's a bad weapon to use on witches, I think. You know what weapon affects all witches? A rocket launch. Ethan tells her that his parents passed away when he was a kid, and it's not important that we remember this because he's gonna remind us for the rest of the show.
Passed away when I was a kid. I guess ever since my parents died, I haven't been great at talking to people.
Freya needs new clothes and she's just wearing some of Ethan's right now, so they go to a luxury store to find some new fits. But for some reason, he didn't give her any shoes to wear. He let her walk through the parking lot like this. You couldn't stop somewhere and get her some flip-flops on the way. She's got her dogs out in the Gucci store. She's got her dogs touching the Gucci floor. They're not gonna let her into Gucci anymore. She ends up getting accosted by the store employee, which makes sense.
Sorry, just I'll call you back.
Excuse me. Hi, yeah, stop.
Excuse me, can you cut that shit out? Excuse me, can you stop that? Stop that? All of that? The store employee does think that Freya is stealing, and then the store employee does attack her.
You're not going anywhere. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Stop! Leave her alone. You are gonna regret this.
The thing you gotta know about Freya is that everyone's gonna attack her. There's just something about her that makes people immediately pull her hair or kick her viciously. Freya.
Stephanie, enough. I can't have you doing this to our customers time and time again. This is the last time. Stephanie, you're fired.
As they're checking out, the store manager recognizes Ethan's name and starts freaking out about it.
Wait, you're not the Mr. Constantine of the Constantine family that practically owns this entire city? I thought you were a legend, but here you are in the flesh, and I am so honored to meet you.
That's not.
Wait, you're not the Constantine, are you? I can't believe you're here in the flesh air of all places. We skip forward a couple weeks and Freya is a full-time model now.
I have some connections in the fashion industry, and I'm pretty confident they would sign you in a heartbeat if you would be interested in being the face of our brand.
This job will basically allow you to try on any dress you want.
You know how it goes. One week you're a prisoner in a medieval castle, and then the next you're Bella Hadid.
It was so good. I can't believe I'm the face of this new brand.
I can't believe it either. A more concerning update is that Freya really likes vodka.
What do you want to drink?
Vodka.
Of course you do.
She really likes vodka.
Okay, whoa. You gonna give me that one?
A lot. Also, Ethan and Freya are getting pretty cozy with one another. She's living with him in his tacky mansion that looks like a car dealership, and feelings are developing pretty quickly. They do things together like watch Harry Potter.
He doesn't have parents like me.
His parents died protecting him from evil wizards. Kind of like mine did over 20 years ago.
Yeah, this movie is pretty cool. At least it would be if my parents weren't so dead. They also go on cute outings together, like to the liquor store.
We're running out of vodka. You want to come to the liquor store with me? It's basically a place where you can buy all different kinds of drinks. I think that you're gonna love it.
Freya, I just checked the 50 gallons of vodka I bought last week, and I think you have a problem. You don't have enough of it. Come on, let's go. But this was all just the calm before the storm, because the second Ethan leaves her alone, people start kicking Freya again. I wasn't kidding. It's literally the next second. It doesn't even take a second for her to get grabbed. This part was really confusing because we've never seen these guys before, and neither has Freya. Yet one of them says this while they're attacking her.
You mess with the wrong person.
What person are you talking about? What messing? What messing happened? There was no person or messing. The editors also decided to put video game sound effects over the shots of them kicking. Like she's dropping rings or something. Then they realized they may have gone a little too far because Freya is unconscious.
She's not moving. Shit, the boss is gonna kill us if she's dead.
Which is even more confusing because we find out later that these guys work for this mafia, club-owning, crime lord lady. And she has a thing for Ethan, so she literally wants Freya dead. She says she wants her dead. She tells them things like, I want her dead.
I don't want to see that bitch ever again.
And this is all side plot because over in main plot, Ethan is routinely fighting off witches that are trying to take Freya back to the coven. He's got like a sidekick who calls him and tells him where witches are gonna be. His name is Darren, and he kind of sounds like he's got a permanent cold.
Darren.
I've been tracking a witch for a few days, and it seems that she's searching for you. I've got a strong presence a couple blocks away from yours.
They're gonna be a pile of charred ash.
Also, I need to talk about this scene just because of how they edited the music in it.
Ethan, I'm at work, and there's this famous photographer, and there's so many great outfits.
Kinda busy right now.
Can you meet me at the bar later? I have so many things I want to tell you. It's so exciting.
I'll be there.
Ethan, do you like the dress I'm wearing now? Look.
They just keep restarting the same part of this dramatic song over and over again. I can't decide if it's making me angry or happy. Is that my shirt? Yeah, I just borrowed it. Is that okay? It's not okay. Why would that be okay? I mean, you never wear it. I didn't think it would be a big deal. It is not okay. Is that a rocket look? Darren and Ethan learn that the coven is joining forces with other witches to try and get Freya back.
They may be forming some kind of coalition.
Man, these bitches are pain in my ass.
Whoa, Ethan. I'm fine with the murdering multiple people in the woods, but I draw the line at misogyny. Because he's busy, Freya goes to a bar alone, and you know what that means. Someone's gonna pull her hair again. Freya, Freya, Freya. Ethan and this other witch hunter have a meeting to try and figure out what the heck is going on and why people keep attacking Freya. But they don't really reach a resolution because this guy keeps talking about fish.
There's a big fish that's been swimming around and I am this close to catching it. Be ready when I do.
Be safe.
Oh my god, it must be a really big fish. What is it, like a salmon? Like a bass? Or Freya and Ethan decide to go for a walk past these protective trees around his house that block any witchcraft, and it sure would suck if the one time they wandered past these trees there was a high priestess waiting for them. That would be unfortunate. Ethan tries to defeat the high priestess, but she's just too powerful, and sadly, he dies.
And say hi to your family.
Actually, he's fine. He is dead. He's okay. It is a little hard to take this scene seriously when Freya is dressed like she's about to sell her home and make her 4 children live in a van. The High Priestess reveals that all this time, Freya has had a powerful weapon hidden within her, and the only way to release it is by causing its vessel, Freya, a whole lot of suffering.
That's it, Freya! Unleash your rage!
Which is why they were always performing those rituals on her. And they didn't work, but now that Freya has been kidnapped every time she leaves the house, kicked until all her rings are gone, and worked in the entertainment industry, she's finally suffered enough. Her powers are released and she defeats the High Priestess once and for all. Now, it does take Ethan a while to come around to the fact that she's a witch since his parents were murdered by them, and it's his lifelong mission to eradicate them, a mission he never stops talking about. Just kidding, they start making out immediately after. We flash forward a year to see our happy couple together as Freya learns to control her powers, nearly incinerates him, and whispers sweet nothings into Ethan's ear.
This isn't over. Remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You should be, and you always forget.
I'm sorry.
Just stop apologizing with the same damn words.
Okay, well, just accept my apology and I will stop apologizing.
Oh my god, how did I ever fall in love with you?
I'm sorry.
Aww, they can barely stand each other. They never circle back to why the coven is in a different time period, or how Ethan owns basically the whole city, or what started the witches versus witch hunters conflict in the first place. Personally, I think the hunters are being a little dramatic, and the witches probably didn't do anything wrong. I think they're blameless in this whole thing. Now, if you'll excuse me, my ride is here.
mole, mole.